Certified Sales Cloud Consultant real updated questions are online, which are useful and helpful for you to take the test. 1. Northern Trail Outfitters, NTO, wants to increase the productivity of its sales representatives. How can Work.com be used to meet this requirement? Choose 2 answers. A. Coaching statistics can be linked to reports. B. Feedback can be requested for the entire sales team. C. Feedback can be given publicly or privately. D. Coaching goals can be linked to reports. 2. Northern Trail Outfitters uses a third-party application for credit ratings. An external web-based credit application has to be launched from a customer's account record in Salesforce. The application uses a credit ID on the account object. What should be created to meet this requirement? A. A workflow rule to launch the product fulfillment application and pass the credit ID. B. A custom credit ID field as an external ID on the account to launch the credit application and pass the credit ID. C. A formula field that uses the hyperlink function to launch the credit application and pass the credit ID. D. A custom button that calls an apex trigger to launch the credit application and pass the credit ID. 3. Universal Containers, US, wants to deploy Sales Cloud to all of its users around the globe, but UC is connected that the projected is too complex to be successful. What should a consultant do to minimize this concern? A. Build a complete project calendar with due dates. B. Set project milestones to track progress. C. Set a firm go-live date. D. Divide the project into separate teams. 4. Northern Trail Outfitters has multiple currency enabled. Which 2 statements are true about opportunities in this situation? Choose 2 answers. A. The selected currency is used for the amount converted field. B. Currency must be specified for the opportunity. C. User's default currency overrides the specified opportunity currency. D. The selected currency is used for the amount filed. 5. The operations manager wants to synchronize the customer list from the back-office systems with Salesforce. What should the consultant recommend to ensure data integrity? A. Create a web service connection between the Salesforce instance and the back-office system. B. Create a unique ID field on the opportunity object. C. Create an apex trigger to exchange data between the Salesforce instance and the back-office system. D. Create an external ID field on the account object. 6. Cloud kicks channel partners for selling and servicing its Shoe of the Month club. As the number of leads has increased, CloudKicks has seen a decrease in partner satisfaction regarding the quality of leads, and a noticeable decrease in the lead conversion rate. What can be done to increase partner satisfaction with the leads being shared? A. Configure a custom lead score field to assess lead quality, then assign the leads that exceed this score to partners. B. Configure a cross-object validation rule to ensure that all fields on the lead record are populated with data. C. Utilize the partner lead validator to populate a lead score and assign to a partner channel queue. D. Configure Einstein Insights prior to leads routing to the partner channel. E. Utilize the lead score on the Find Duplicate button, and then assign the leads with a score in the high category. 7. CloudKick's sales representatives are allowed to negotiate up to a 5% discount for the Shoe of the Month Club. Regional sales managers, RSM, must approve discounts greater than 5%. RE-CJation.il vice presidents, HVP, must approve discounts greater than 10%. Which two steps should a consultant recommend to satisfy these requirements? Choose two answers. A. Configure an approval process for the RSM and a workflow rule for the RVP. B. Configure Process Builder approval task and email to notify the RSM and RVP. C. Create two approval process, one for the RSM and one for the RVP. D. Create a process builder to automatically submit approval up to 5% discounts. E. Create a two-step approval process for the RSM and RVP as approver. 8. Northern Trail Outfitters, NTO, is a large insurance company with a customer base that includes both individual consumers and businesses. The company has implemented person accounts in Salesforce. It has a custom object for policies that needs to relate to both person accounts and business accounts. What is the minimum configuration on the policy custom object needed to meet this requirement? A. Create a custom contact lookup field. B. Create a contact lookup field and an account lookup field. C. Create a master detail account relationship. D. Create a master detail contact relationship. 9. CloudKick's CK has just completed its initial Sales Cloud implementation. CK Relationship wants to identify users who have yet to use the new application. Which method should the consultant recommend to determine these users? A. Run a report on users never logged in. B. Log a case with Salesforce support. C. Use the Lightning Usage app. D. Run a mobile login report. 10. Northern Trail Outfitters, NTO, wants to launch an email campaign for its new winter gear. The NTO sales representative will review the response to the campaign and determine who the decision makers are prior to the beginning the sales process with each respondent. What set of steps should the consultant recommend for NTO? A. Create a campaign, associate the leads to the campaign, and qualify the respondents. B. Create a campaign, qualify the respondents, and create accounts and contacts. C. Create both account and contact records, then associate the contacts to the campaign. D. Create leads, convert them to opportunities, and qualify the respondents on the opportunities.